There are about 25,000 known species of bees worldwide. In a colony of bees, there may be up to 60,000 workers. There are so many of these insects, and they are so important in our ecosystem, but they are also one of the most underappreciated. They are so essential to the Earth's development that without them, Earth might have not developed and supported the growth of human life as it does. Bees sustain our environment through the process of pollination, which encourages biodiversity. Biodiversity is achieved through the process of pollination that the bees conduct. About 80% of a plant population requires the help of a moving organism in order to pollinate them. In exchange for the bee collecting and transferring the plant's pollen, the bee will receive nectar from the plant as incentive to keep doing so. Bees are incredibly important in order to maintain the crops produced, therefore making them a key species in the eyes of a farmer. More than $15 billion a year in U.S. crops are pollinated by bees, including apples, berries, cantaloupes, and almonds. U.S. honeybees also produce $150 million in honey annually. Based on this information, it's clear the little insect holds great economic value. Bees are so valued that there is a whole business around beekeeping. Bee farmers raise bees that are worth millions of dollars. Farmers rent these bees from beekeepers in order to keep their crops healthy. Bees are incredibly important, but there are some dangers to them in our environment. Recently, scientists have discovered something called colony collapse disorder, which is a situation within a beehive when bees start rapidly dying off until there aren't enough bees to sustain the colony. Researchers are yet to find the cause, but have theories including mite infestations, where viruses can be introduced, food shortages, hives being moved from place to place, and farmers using artificial pollen in hives. If bees went extinct, the producer level of the trophic pyramid would die off due to lack of pollination, which would affect the consumers and everything else above it. This makes them a keystone species. Although extinction is unlikely due to the active mating behavior of the queen, we still need to take steps in order to avoid it. Growing flowers that bees like to pollinate is a great way to attract bees. Mowing less often will allow dandelions to grow on their own. Reducing the amount of pesticides used in place that bees are predominant is also a good way. People can also support local honeybee farmers by buying their honey.